Ignoring you is not random. It is a message your cat is sending without making a sound. And the confusing part is this. Your cat may not be rejecting you. They may be reacting to something you accidentally trained them to expect. Most owners take it personally when their cat walks away or refuses to respond. But cats do not ignore people the way humans do. They ignore patterns that feel unrewarding, overwhelming, unsafe, or demanding. By the end, you may realize your cat was never cold. They were explaining the relationship. Comment, "That's my cat," if your cat ignores you sometimes. 1. Your cat has learned that your attention comes with pressure. The first reason is simple, but uncomfortable. They may have learned your call means you want something. You want to pick them up. You want them closer. You want affection on your schedule. To a human, this feels normal. To a cat, it can feel like pressure wearing the mask of love. Imagine someone calling your name, but every response costs you energy. Eventually, you stop answering quickly. Not because you hate them, because answering feels expensive. Cats are excellent pattern readers. If your voice often predicts handling, interruption, or forced closeness, your cat may act like they do not hear you. So call your cat sometimes with no agenda. Say their name, then toss a treat. Speak gently, then let them stay where they are. Invite, but do not pull. Over time, your cat learns attention does not always mean control, and ignoring often softens into curiosity. 2. Your cat is protecting their sense of control. Here is something many owners miss. Cats feel safest when they believe they have choices. Cats often look for permission to remain in control. That does not mean they are stubborn. It means their nervous system is built around caution and self-protection. So when your cat ignores you, they may be saying, "I heard you, but I decide." Control is emotional safety for a cat. A cat that can choose becomes more relaxed. A cat that feels forced becomes more distant. You can see this when a cat comes closer after you stop trying. You reach, they leave. You relax, they return. That is not attitude. That is trust physics. The more you push, the more resistance you create. The more space you give, the safer you become. Instead of calling your cat repeatedly, become interesting without demanding anything. Sit down. Speak softly. Keep your hands still. Let your cat decide whether the moment is worth joining. When your cat chooses you freely, the bond becomes stronger than forced affection ever could. If this makes you rethink your cat's behavior, like and subscribe for more deep cat psychology. 3. Your cat may be overstimulated and needs quiet distance. Sometimes ignoring you is not emotional distance. It is nervous system management. Footsteps, voices, screens, doors, smells, and sudden movement all add up. To you, it is just home. To your cat, it can become a stream of signals that never stops. When a cat feels overstimulated, they may not hiss or run. They may simply shut down socially. They stop responding. They sit nearby but act unavailable. This is one of the most misunderstood cat behaviors. Because the cat is still in the room, the owner thinks everything is fine. But being present does not always mean being available. Think of being exhausted after a loud day. You might love someone, but still not want conversation. Cats can feel that too. They need distance before they reconnect. So lower the intensity of your approach. Use a softer voice. Blink slowly. Avoid hovering. Do not turn every nearby moment into a petting session. Let your cat discover your presence can be peaceful. Not every shared moment has to become contact. And when your cat realizes you understand that, they begin to relax around you differently. 4. Your cat is testing whether you respect boundaries. This one is subtle. A cat that ignores you may be checking whether you will escalate. Will you call louder? Will you follow them? Will you get offended by the silence? Cats remember how people respond when they say no. And ignoring can be a quiet version of no. If your cat looks at you, turns away, and stays still, that is communication. If they flick their tail or angle their ears, that is also communication. They are measuring whether you understand small signals before they need bigger ones. This is where trust is built or damaged. When a cat gives a small boundary and you respect it, you become predictable. When you ignore it, they learn to be more obvious next time. That is how gentle distance turns into hiding. That is how small avoidance turns into defensive behavior. Not overnight. Slowly, through repeated moments, the best response is calm acceptance. If your cat does not come, do not make it a battle. If they move away, let them move. If they stop engaging, end the interaction before they feel trapped. Respecting a boundary does not weaken the bond. It proves the bond is safe enough for choice. 5. Your cat may be responding to your emotional energy. Cats may not understand your thoughts, but they are sensitive to your state. They notice body tension, voice changes, fast movement, and needy attention. This is why some cats ignore people who try too hard. The energy feels heavy. The cat senses pressure before the first touch happens. You may think, I just want my cat to love me. But your cat may feel, this person needs something from me right now. That changes the entire interaction. A relaxed cat is more likely to approach relaxed energy. A cautious cat is more likely to avoid intense energy. And a cat that has learned people become disappointed may choose distance early. So before you call your cat again, check your own body. Are your shoulders tight? Is your voice too sharp? Are you reaching too quickly? Are you seeking reassurance instead of offering safety? The fix is not to act indifferent. The fix is to become emotionally steady. Breathe. Soften your face. Move slower. Speak like you already trust the bond. Cats are drawn to calm confidence because calm confidence does not demand performance. If you stayed this far, comment what changed in how you see your cat. 6. Your cat might actually trust you enough to ignore you. Now here's the twist. Sometimes being ignored is not a bad sign. A cat that feels safe does not always need to monitor you. They can nap while you move around. They can hear their name and stay relaxed because your presence is familiar. In insecure relationships, animals watch everything. But in safer relationships, the nervous system does not need to react constantly. So if your cat ignores you while resting or slow blinking, that may be comfort. They are not performing affection. They are existing peacefully near you. The key is body language. Ignoring with a loose body is different from ignoring with tension. A relaxed cat says, I feel safe enough not to respond. A tense cat says, I do not want to engage right now. Learn the difference, and you stop taking everything personally. Because the goal is not to make your cat respond every time. The goal is becoming someone your cat does not need to defend against. That is the deeper lesson. Your cat's silence is not empty. It is feedback. Sometimes it says, give me space. Sometimes it says, stop pushing. Sometimes it says, I am overwhelmed. And sometimes it says, I trust you enough to be myself. When you stop chasing every response, your cat starts feeling less managed. When you stop turning love into pressure, your cat starts choosing you more freely. So the next time your cat ignores you, do not rush to feel rejected. Observe. Slow down. Read the room. Read the body. Read the pattern. Because the owner who understands silence becomes different, less reactive, more patient. And that is when your cat stops seeing you as noise in the environment. They start seeing you as safety inside it.